Bom dia! I'm out and about and I got caught in the rain. There's no rain in the forecast today, but hey, that's life in the tropics. Well, in the last episode, I talked about how I've made the decision that on December 1st, I am leaving Salvador and moving to the small city of Santo Antonio de Jesus, which is about 4 hours from here, only for 4 months, with the idea of saving money for 4 months and then returning to Salvador at the beginning of April with a bit more of a nest egg. Well, I just talked to my sister-in-law today. She lives in the city of Belo Horizonte. If you're not familiar with it, I believe it's Brazil's 4th largest city and the capital of the state of Minas Gerais. Unlike Santo Antonio, which is a small, kind of nondescript little city of about 100,000, Belo Horizonte is a big city with lots of culture. An interesting city. I went there, was it last year? Yes, and I liked it. And so I might, and she insisted that I come and stay with her. Not for a week or two, but for as many months as I want to. So I might spend a couple months in her apartment. I don't want to overstay my welcome, but she has a huge apartment, a guest room. I love her and her family. She has I believe, a 7-year-old child. And so that opens up a world of possibilities and makes this whole transition a lot more palatable. So we'll see. A stay of a month or two in Belo Horizonte might be in my future too, but with the ultimate goal of returning here to Salvador. Salvador is my city, it's my place in Brazil, it's where I want to be. I just need a bit more of a nest egg, so I have more breathing space in looking for a new place to live here. I mean, I could find an apartment right now, a new apartment here in Salvador, but it would leave me very financially constricted, without, extra money for all the miscellaneous costs that are involved in moving. So that's my idea, to live with in-laws for the next 4, 5, or 6 months in Santo Antonio and in Belo Horizonte. Belo Horizonte is about approximately a 26-hour bus ride from Salvador, or a 1 hour and 20-minute flight. I did take the bus there one way last year and flew back. I took the bus there because I traveled from the small city of Santo Antonio. There's no airport out there. But of course I much prefer flying. Whoops, here comes the rain again.
Movimenta para um lado, para o outro, para trás, para frente, sem pular, movimentando.
Very cute. Martial arts are a big thing in Brazil. Karate, jiu-jitsu, capoeira, of course. Wow, what a difference a month makes. About a month ago, we were in here in another episode, and it was opening day of this supermarket, and it was so jam-packed that I had to finally abandon my shopping cart with my groceries in it and walk out because the lines were so incredibly long. They had a lot of discounts on opening day. This is a grocery store that is both retail, and if you buy things in bulk, it's wholesale. So it's a supermarket that's less expensive than the other ones in this upscale neighborhood. And look at the difference. I mean, I can actually walk in here. Lots of fresh produce. And as I said, no lines and no crowds. It's Saturday, about 11:30 in the morning. Look at that, my favorite jam is only 22 reais 90 centavos, and in most supermarkets it is 30 or 32 reais. So that's quite a savings at this place. Listening to the announcement over the loudspeaker, to the type you get in U.S. supermarkets, attention shoppers, attention shoppers. The name of this big supermarket is Atacadão. I still get a kick after all of these years of speaking Portuguese, how Brazilian Portuguese is pronounced. Atacadão, Atacadão. The nasal sounds and how the words are kind of stretched out. Atacadão. No, the meat department. Sorry, but I've been a vegetarian for about 6 years now, and when I see meat like that, all I see is dead flesh. Yuck. Okay, I'm back home now, and it's the rain has let up. It's sunny outside, so I'll be going out for a longer walk in a little while. I was just watching a YouTube channel about living abroad, and it made me wonder, would I choose Brazil as a place to move to if I were just starting all over again? I don't know. I mean, I'm going to say that Brazil is not the easiest country to up and move to. And I'm not talking about the visa situation. There's always a way to, by hook or crook, get around that. But long-term visa I'm talking about. But is it an easy country to live in if you're from the United States, Canada, Europe, Australia, etc.? Well, it does have its issues. I mean, you know, there's no getting around the huge crime problem. The statistics are frightening. That never stopped me, though. The reason I have stayed for 25 years in Brazil is because I just happened to meet the right people from the get-go. My first encounter with Brazilian was back up in California, where I was just walking down the street and I met Mako, a friend who became a friend. He's from Sao Paulo, and I went down to visit him. I wound up spending my first 2 years in the city of Sao Paulo. Then I got curious about Rio de Janeiro, and I moved there, and I made a friend there. And then I came up here to Salvador, and I very quickly met the family that I married into and I'm part of now. The most wonderful people you could possibly meet. So warm, hospitable, helpful, kind, friendly. That's been my experience with Brazilians. It's the people, really, that have kept me here so long. But, you know, I know that's not true for everybody. I suppose Brazil could also be an intimidating place. So when I make these videos, it's not necessarily about cheerleading for moving to Brazil, but rather I'm cheerleading for moving abroad, from finding your place in the world outside of your home country, my home country being the United States, that is first and foremost more affordable. If you're low income, if you're a senior, if you're a young person who doesn't want to fall into the 9-to-5 grind, I personally would choose many, many, many locations, countries, cities in Latin America, from Mexico all the way down to Argentina and everything in between. Also Eastern Europe, Southeast Asia, etc. So that's the message I try to get across. I know you're all capable of finding your overseas paradise like I found mine. Okay, I'm going to keep today's video short. It's Saturday. I want to get out there and enjoy the day here in beautiful tropical Salvador, Bahia, Brazil. So I'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for joining. Beijos. Ciao.